Yeah, sorry. I started recording this video just as I was trying to finish off some sort of. I was eating a sweet, and I'm not the type to start videos again because of goofs and fluffs and things. But wow, that lasted quite long, didn't it? Let's just whatever. That's the one. I could never remember what the button was for. There's three buttons. I think this was one of the first games that had more than one button that I can remember playing on. I'm not saying it's for a history lesson. It was one of the first ones. I just mean myself. You know, Space Invaders, shoot, and that was it. But this was confusing because you had thrust. You also had that, which made you teleport to a different part of the screen. You teleported to a different part of the screen, but stood still. So you weren't still. What was the word? Thrusting. Then. Oh fuck. As you can see, yeah, not exactly great on this one. Let's face it, I'm not great on any of them. I was never a rich kid. I never had, hundreds of pounds to go down the arcade and spend all my money on playing those kind of games. Tits. Yeah, but for me, this was a game which it was like, hang on, there's more than one button now. I've got to try and use a thruster. Try to remember that there's a button for you got shooting, and you got the like that button now, which takes you to another part of the screen, but you don't know where you're gonna appear, so you run the risk of crashing into one of these asteroids. I remember somebody I knew as a kid bought this for or was it me? Was it me who bought it? No, I can't remember. I remember for the Vic 20 paying about £8 for a game, and my mum telling me off that £8 was way too much money. To spend on a game. So I think we oh, I thought it's hard to tell. I wasn't sure if I was playing or not. I think £8 was a bit too much to be spending on a game for the Vic 20. So she made me take it back to the shop. So she took it back. That's right, because I tried telling her that they wouldn't change a game because they think it's it costs too much money, and she took it back. But little did she know is I actually copied the cassette. So I had my £8 back, and still had the copy of the game. What we used to do as well, I remember going to this guy's house once, and I think he had a copy of the game off me then. He would adjust the contrast of his... Was it the contrast? Or he'd adjust his portable telly so that it left trails as you were firing around, and the bullets left trails, and it looked a bit more, deluxe arcadey. Why, I don't know. That's just what he used to do. But he also used to play with his coat over his head or something, and over the screen inside a cupboard. He'd managed to put his TV and his computer inside a cupboard, and even then he still had to wear his coat over his head to stop the sun glare on the screen. He couldn't close the doors of the cupboard if he was sat inside. That's right, I remember that. But there you go. Wacky kids of the 70s. Oh, it's fucking shooting at me now, is it? Right. Yeah, oh, there we are. That just sums up me playing this game. Come on, can't eat anything. I'll just do what I did as a kid and just blast around. There you go. Asteroids.